Now, what we're going to do for the first part of today is we're going to review our steps for factoring, and then we're going to have a fun activity that we get to do. Now, the first thing that we learned was what? Greatest common factor. Open this. We wrote that factoring is division because we know that factoring means we divide. But if I look over there at you, either of you one more time and you're talking while I'm talking, you're losing all 5 points. And we haven't even earned any, so think about that. Now, what is greatest common factor? It's not just division, but what exactly is the GCF of a polynomial? Thank you so much, baby. No. That's what we do, but I want you to tell me what the GCF is. And we wrote it down at the top of our paper, so you should be able to look at your paper and read. No, I want you to tell me what a GCF is. Y'all, I know that GCF means greatest common factor. I want you to tell me what that is, and yes, ever, it's division. But I need specifics. Natalie.
The biggest number that will go into.
Yes, take a point. All right, so let's write that down. The biggest number. You should be writing. We're not on that. We're on GCF. So you should close that, and you should be writing. All right, the biggest number that divides. Do you need to lose points too?
I'm sorry.
Y'all's I'm sorry. It's a Band-Aid on broken glass. Be quiet while I'm talking. The biggest number that divides into two or more numbers. Now, is that all we did on GCF, or did we also have something to do with variables? What did we have to do with variables? Well, that's the point of what we're doing. Thank you for taking context clues and seeing that, but I need to know what we did with common variables. It says it on example 2 that we wrote at the top. Look at you go. Take a point for being able to read Bryn's notes. Super proud. All right, so and take the smallest exponent of common variables. Ronaldo, are you writing? Are you sure? Because it looks like you're tapping. I just finished writing. You can't be done. I know, baby. He wasn't. That's the point of what I'm saying. Thank you so much.
Okay, time out. I just kind of like check some out on the board. That's check a brush. Tag to nothing. Yeah, that's fine.
Then fix it. It's the font. Okay.
I will let you know. You got a little excited.
I didn't, but okay. All right, so what's the greatest common factor of 4x plus 12? No. 4 goes into both of those. So if I factor 4 out, what's left on the inside?
3.
X plus 3. No. Now, do I have to leave the GCF out front of the parentheses?
No.
Yes, you do, which some of you did not do on your tests, and that cost you. And I'm going to pass your test back in a little bit. Some of us are not going to be happy when I have to call our parents. Yes, the adult that takes care of you. Because some of us are not passing. All right, now, the first thing, this is our first step. And every time we factor a polynomial, we first have to look for a GCF. Now, if there's not a polynomial, what was our second step of factoring? trinomial factoring, which is this one. All you had to do was look below GCF and read the page. It's crazy. Ronaldo, if I say your name one more time, you're losing 5 points. Now, what method do we use on trinomial factoring?
Star.
The star method. Take a point. And we do that when we don't have a GCF and there are 3 terms. Now, in our star,
You put C up top.
C goes up top.
B goes on bottom.
And 1 and 1.
C goes on.
1 and 1. Reggie, take a point. Why is it 1 and 1 this time?
Ain't no number in front of X.
Because there's no number in front of X. Both of you get a point.
Good job, you both.
So there's no number in front of X squared. So there is a 1 on top. And then we need 2 numbers that multiply to give us C and add to get us B. And what is it very important that we look for every single time? The signs. And what's our last step? After we do it in the star,
Oh my God.
yes. Yes.
Reduce the star.
Nope. On this part, we don't have to reduce it this time.
Keep my mouth.
We're done with our star. What do we do after the star? Sarah?
Do we multiply X and C?
No.
Nope.
You find the divide. You find the divide.
Nope. We're done with our star.
You got the divide.
No. We're done with our star. We're done with our star.
Let me try.
Yeah, just talk.
Yes.
Put in
Parentheses. Jorge, take a point. Y'all get a point. Did you give it?
What? Who? Me? All right.
Alright, so after we do the first step of trinomial factoring, what was the second kind of trinomial factoring we learned? And what did we use? What method did we use? The star method. Take a point. But what changed this time? What did we have to do?
A from
The A. So what we're going to do is we're going to write down our method, and you guys are going to prove to me that you can retain knowledge for more than 48 hours, and you're going to do 9 and 10 without me.
Oh, no.
It's wrong,
It's
bro.
on the next page. It's on the next page. Alright, so let's draw our star. Now, just in case we forgot, Plus you. you do A times C on the top, B goes on bottom, and A and A.
So the most powerful was the field right here. So what? Wait a minute. A and C would be the variables, bro. That's. Hey, y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I probably didn't say it right. A and C. For what?
Alright, so what 2 numbers we multiply together first?
15 and
3 and negative 15, and you get?
negative 45. That's all y'all had to say, man.
Or you could just look at the example at the bottom that tells you. And then what goes on the bottom? 4. And what goes on the top, left, and right?
3.
Alright, so now you need 2 numbers that multiply together to give you negative 45 and add to give you 4. Well, Reggie, one of those has to be negative, correct? Which one's going to be negative?
the big one.
9.
Cinco is going to be negative. Why is Cinco going to be negative?
Oh, hold on.
Because it's
Yep, take a point. If B is positive, your big factor is positive. So this is negative. And what's 9 plus negative 5? Positive 4. And didn't we need positive 4? Okay. Need you to take a deep breath. Alright, so we have a 9 and we have a negative 5. Now what's our last step in this star method? Not on this one. We don't say divide. It starts with an R. Reduce the star. Take a point if you said reduce the star. Now, are we going to reduce the left side or the right side? Yep, left side. Why do we reduce the left side and not the right side?
Because nothing go into it.
Yep, good. Take a point.
Would that be for all of them?
Then again, bro.
Or just this one?
Just this one. You just have to look at it and be able to know your numbers. All right, what goes into both 3 and 9?
3 and 1.
And 3 divided by 3 is?
1.
9 divided by 3 is? Now, how do I write my parentheses? Because that's not... Whoa. 3x minus 5 and x plus, x plus, x plus
3.
3. Yes, Elias, you get a point as well. Damien, you get a point because you did the first part. All right, now, use what we just did. Do example 10.
Oh yeah, time out.
10.
Time out.
Why?
No. It's right. No.
Oh, thank you. That's why I keep you around. Yes, take a point. What, Damien? Oh, he looked at your paper, not his own paper.
No, we're talking about the what? I got the extra one. We're talking about the X.
Okay. Yes, I want you to know, we're going to have to look at 11 and 12 together because you got to do something special. It's not a surprise. Your grade might be.
Why don't I say it out loud?
It's only because you've been absent. No, that's not. That doesn't go with that statement.
I'm done.
Yes, you do. You don't understand the lingo.
I do understand the lingo. What number is this?
6x.
No.
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 Are you gonna find my best more?
Maybe.
I love me as much as I love you.
I'm gonna break your heart. That's
Stop and take a breather.
Oh, well, I thought you
No, yeah, don't
Oh, yeah.
That's tough.
Alright, we put 4, 5 up there.
Yep.
Time out.
Sign.
My bad. That's a 3. My bad.
3 and 15. Hey, where they go?
Where? You are not 5. I should not understand if I do every time. Do you understand?
Crash one.
I mean, that'd be.
The cracker bear.
Alright. You go multiply the first number and the last number, right?
Ever, do your work. Come on.
Amen.
What are you? 2 or 2?
Yo ya terminé, mi, hace una hora.
Does anybody deliver his life?
You can't reduce that.
Go
You
kill.
leave it as 2.
Hey, 7 go down here, right?
Sorry. Are you on your phone?
No,
Hey, who put Zen? Then we
estoy calculation.
You have calculation right there.
Sí, mire.
No, pause your music. Let me have it.
Okay.
Okay.
Dame esto.
That's your uncle boy yet? No, man.
Maestra.
Hey, Big Bruce.
Ever, are you done? Because you're going to tell us how to do this problem.
Ooh.
Everybody get it out. Good Lord.
Hey, let's go.
Stop. See what you've done.
Let's find 2 and put it right here. Put it right here. So we always use the first number again.
See? And then it's add to get what?
Don't forget about it.
You don't forget about me.
You gotta add to get negativo C.
Yeah, to really need Damien specific comments I helped last week.
Because you need positivo.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Right? And this is negativo. Yeah. Okay, Jared. Produce your start.
But that would have to be negative. Yeah. So we can say negative 3 plus negative 4. You can do that. 3 plus negative 1 plus negative 6 is what? Okay, so
No.
break it past it.
Estaba cerrado.
Negative 1 and divide and
Bebe. ¿Qué?
You know it's recording, right? Don't.
I'm trying to spoil somebody on Valentine's Day, Miss Asbury. I don't know.
I would like tacos.
What?
A Sprite. Maybe a unicorn. Fluffy unicorn. Carrying the tacos. Alright, did Joel multiply 2 times 3 and get 6? Ever, did you put negative 7 here?
Sí.
Did you put 2 and 2 here?
Sí.
Alright, what 2 numbers did you get multiplied to give you 6?
1 y 6.
Positivo or negativo?
Negativo.
Both?
Sí.
Stop, he has to do it.
Ajá.
Then what do I do?
Hey, I got the answer.
I know, but he's telling me. What?
Nada, maestra.
Tell me what to do from here.
I know.
Jorge.
Dividir.
Okay, divided what? Left or right?
Derecha.
Derecha. Okay, and then what do you get?
1, 3.
Uno,
3.
negativo 3.
Ajá.
And then what does it look like in your parentheses?
Ay, maestra.
I know.
X minus 3, 2x minus 1.
X minus 3, and then,
Man, but I had my hand up, man.
yep,
Take a point.
take a point.
Yeah, but I had my hand up.
How many of us got it right?
She looks spinach.
If 2 people got it right at your table, take a point. Life is tough. Ever.
Alright, keep on.
Anything on the top, okay? Arriba goes out front. Abajo goes behind. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Alright, look at the bottom too.
Make a song.
What is yeah, I can anyway.
Hey.
What is different about example 11 and example 12?
Something you don't know about.
They're negatives. So all you have to do is divide everything by negative 1. So what's negative 5 divided by negative 1?
Positivo 5.
Positivo 5. Positive 6 divided by negative 1.
6.
And negative 1 divided by negative 1.
Negativo.
Positivo. Do the same thing over here. So you would get 3k squared plus k minus 2. Now, factor what's inside. This is your homework tonight. Does everybody understand?
Sí, maestra.
This is your homework tonight.
You got anything? We both don't have
Tarea. Para la noche.
Tonight.
Nice.
Tarea. It's homework. It's just homework in Spanish.
Tarea.
You don't have to.
We do both of them.
Yes, you're doing both of them for homework. I can't hear you. Hang on. I'll come over there. Alright, both of these. Now, what you need to do from here is you need to open your handy dandy notebook to page 29A. 29A. Do you have both of these copied down?
Sí.
Now, what we're going to do today is a Mad Lib. Do you guys know what a Mad Lib is? It's the things with the blanks and you fill in words. And it makes a story. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a Mad Lib, but with our trinomial factoring. So, because the copier is out of paper, The entire copy room is out of paper. Isn't that fun? Each table is going to have 5 problems, and then we're going to swap after we do those 5. And you have 10 total problems to work out. You have to work out all the problems and write down your answers, and then I'm going to explain to you how to fill it in on the back. Does everybody understand? You need to keep this page open because these are your notes that tell you how to work out the problems. Does everybody understand? You're not on the right page, pumpkin sauce. Does it look like mine? Yes, we all hear the phone ringing.
It's mine.
Okay.
Hey.